up, YouTube? Houston here. And for those of you just finding my YouTube channel, welcome. Please remember to hit that subscribe button and that bell. And for those of you that's been following me and supporting me, salute. And for my favorite patrons, always double salute. Now, today's video, we're actually going to be talking about the best $25,000 to $50,000 travel rewards cards with no annual fees. Now, here's the thing about it. When you're trying to go after those type of cards, I usually tell you to look out for the co-partner card. But a lot of the co-partner card, they may charge an annual fee. So I had to find the ones that don't charge you an annual fee. Now here's the thing about it. We're building up the credit file. All right. I always tell you, you should prime the credit file. So that way you have the highest credit score and it makes it much easier for you to get approved. All right, not only just adding these trade lines, another thing that's going to be a big factor in qualifying for these credit cards is also you having good income. All right, you're having a low DTI and minimum inquiries, okay? But we're going to talk about each credit card and what you actually need. But I would tell you this, if you're an individual that's married, you need to start including your spouse's income. If you a person that's retired, you're receiving Social Security benefits, plus you may be renting out a room to one of your relatives or somebody, you also need to include that income. If you're on disability and you're renting out a room or something like that and you're getting extra income coming in, then you need to include that on your credit file, because the higher income you have, the better chances for you to be able to get the maximum amount of funding from these travel rewards credit cards, okay? Also, again, helping build up the credit file using these type of accounts will help you build up your credit file. Also, adding rent payments is going to help you boost your credit file. They're usually on average between 45 to 60 points. Now that's why you want to make sure that these type of trade lines is added to the credit file. That being said, let's talk about these travel rewards credit cards and why that you may want to target these here type of credit cards versus the other type of credit cards. So now the main reason is, look at it, 0% APR, so no interest, or paying no interest on the balance of a credit card for 15 months on a balance transfer credit card. Purchases, you're not paying interest for 15 months. That's the reason. Now, I know you're looking at this and say, well, that's a low limit. But again, like I told you, your limit is going to be determined by your income and your debt to income ratio. But the main thing about these cards, you want to go for these type of cards, and this is the Discover It Miles card. All right, I did make a video explaining how to climb the Discover credit card so that you can get the maximum amount of funding from Discover itself. So I put the link below in the description so you can actually see that video. All right. The second card is the Capital One VentureOne Rewards credit card, okay? Now, with them, they're going to pull FICO 8, but most people know that they pull all three credit bureaus. The average credit score for this credit card is between a 670 and higher. The interesting thing about it, I don't want you all to get confused, because Capital One gives you your Vantage 3 TransUnion score. Okay, that's the score that they actually give you, but they actually pull from FICO 8. All right, the same as with Discover. So you need to understand that even though these banks are giving you a credit score, it may not be your real FICO score. They may be giving you a Vantage score. So keep that in mind. But the interesting thing about it, 15 months on balance transfer and 0% interest on purchases for 15 months. That's the reason that you want these type of credit cards. Another credit card you should take a look at is the U.S. Bank Altitude Go Visa Signature. Okay, now I've told you most of the time your Visa Signature cards start at around $5,000. But again, looking at the situation at your income and debt to income ratio, all right? But most of the time, they start at around $5,000. Now, with U.S. Bank, usually they will pull your FICO 9 TransUnion. But it depends on the region of the country you're in, because they may pull your Experian or Equifax, but most of the time, they'll pull your TransUnion FICO 9. Now, again, their interest on payments for 12 months, no interest on payment on purchases for 12 months, and balance transfers. So this makes a very good travel credit card because you don't have to worry about paying interest. Another credit card you want to look at is the Chase Freedom Unlimited. All right, and again, it's a regular Visa, so you don't know what the amount, but most of the time, these type of cards, they start with 500 or higher, all right? The good thing about it, 15 months of no interest, okay? So even on a balance transfer, so if you're a person that's trying to get out of credit card debt, as well as if you're thinking about traveling or something like that, this is the type of credit card. Now, understand with Chase, they have a 524 rule, right? That means that you can only apply for 5 accounts, or have 5 new accounts open within the past 2 years. And they don't care what accounts it is. They don't even have to be associated with them. If they see you have 5 accounts on your credit file, then they won't give you a credit card, okay? And my thing is, it shouldn't be their business, whoever else I do business with. But for them, if you have 5 open accounts, 524 within a 2-year period, then they won't give you a credit card, okay? And here's another thing. Chase used to pull only one credit bureau, right? They used to pull your FICO 8. Well, now lately, they've been pulling your TransUnion as well. Or they may switch it up and pull your Experian and Equifax. So that's the only thing about it. But there's no annual fee on this card. Now, you have the Hilton Honors American Express. All right. Now, here's the interesting thing about this that I tell people. Once you have a relationship with American Express, okay, most of the time when you apply for other credit cards, they don't do a hard inquiry. As a matter of fact, even if you don't have a relationship with American Express, you can see which credit cards you're pre-approved for. I'll actually put the link in the description of this video so you can see that video where I walk you through how you can find which credit cards you can be pre-approved, even if you don't have a relationship with American Express. That way you don't have to get that hard inquiry. And then if you're already pre-approved for it, and if you want to apply for it anyway. Now, most people think that you have to have perfect credit with American Express, and that's not true. A lot of people with credit scores of 660 credit score end up getting approved for the American Express credit cards. One of the good things about it, I always tell people, you probably want to go with your co-partner cards first, all right? Now, again, understanding with American Express, this is something that they started doing. They used to would only pull your FICO 8 Experian. So they would only pull your FICO 8 Experian. But lately, they have been pulling your FICO 8 Experian and your TransUnion. So if you have your TransUnion locked, they still just do the one hard inquiry instead of you getting the 2 inquiries, okay? But just keep that in mind. For some of these creditors, I don't know why, but they're starting to do a double pull on your credit file. But once you have accounts with American Express, they actually do internal scoring so you don't have to get any more hard inquiries. So that's on the business side as well as the personal side, okay? Now, if you have any questions or trying to understand the difference between your credit scores, which is your FICO 8, your FICO 9 type of scoring, then click the link and get your real credit score and schedule a one-on-one consultation. Also, check out HoustonMcMiller.com to schedule a one-on-one consultation or 3-way funding. Thank you.